Oh, welcome back to Extreme Survival. Well, we finished the bales on the grass field. And when I say we finished the bales, we truly finished. Look at that. So now we're gonna go and pick them up. And hopefully... Oops. Hopefully we'll be able to... pick from both sides. Okay, so we're not really doing a good job picking from both sides. Okay, now we are. Okay. Beautiful. Now we do get quite a lot of bills, obviously. And it's actually, I was going to say it's a pain to bail, but realistically not. I actually believe that it's quicker to bail with the handheld baler than the normal bales, because with the handheld you've got a higher, you don't need to windrow or anything of that matter, because you've got a much higher, I think it's 6 meter width that it picks up, so you're not really going to be struggling as far as picking up is concerned. Where you might have a bit of an issue is in speed, but I'm trying to remember the speed and I can't remember what the speed is, but I don't think the speed is that much off the normal baler speed. Now if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and nothing. Okay, well, pick up both sides. Forgot how many I can pick up with this. But there's a lot of bales. Oh, they are. We're going to be close to 100% very quickly. We still got grass to pick up here. We still got a lot of straw. In our last episode, we actually planted a lot of different things over there. A lot of different... oh my goodness. Fruits, cereals. I was going to say products, but products is not the right crops. There you are. Couldn't barely get the word out. So we got quite a few different crops. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different crops. That's where, as like I said in the last episode, we're not going to use that field for a while. And as we're going to get into this, we're going to slowly, hopefully, have the money to buy bigger and bigger equipment. But like I said in previous episodes, we're not going to go full out at the latest and greatest type of thing. The idea is supposedly going to be a struggle type of thing. So, oh, we got a, what's that, John Deere. If you're thinking, why are you curious? Shouldn't you know? Yes, I should. But what I have done, obviously, and what I tend to do is record a few episodes at a time. Running two series, it's two series. Tends to be a bit hard to go, hey, I'm gonna record one episode and one episode. So I tend to do, anywhere from 3 to 6, 7 episodes at the same time, record them. And then we're gonna run this guy over. Hopefully not. Come on, buddy. Walking in the middle of the road. I forget how. Yeah, and then I'm going to obviously then. Okay. And then obviously what we do is I put them out a little bit less in the competitive side of things, because especially at the beginning, I had to sort of wait for Dagwin to tell me, hey, exactly what we're doing. Because I didn't know a lot of the stuff. I thought he was going to go a certain way, and then it went a totally different way, and now we're sort of looks like we're going a totally different way again, which is fine. I'm following him, he's not following me, so you know, he can do whatever he wants. Him and Chainsaw can do whatever they want. I will do my best to try and stick with them as best as I can. Obviously it makes it hard, but I'll do my best. So in this series I tend to record a couple more episodes than in that one. That's where the whole story came from, I suppose, when I went on the, you know, wide way to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I will continue to pick up the bells. We'll do that as a time lapse. Okay, so we're down to the last row. I went down I could do 2, but barely. And it was becoming a bit of a, as you probably saw in the time lapse, depending on what gets edited in and what gets edited out type of thing. But it becomes a bit of a pain to try and get all right in the middle of it. Maybe if you could set up GPS to set up a straight line, maybe you could do that, but other than that, I think we're not going to be working out as good as we think we would, should we go down the path of you know, trying to take 2 lines at the same time. So not going to work. So we got plenty of money so far. I say plenty of money. Realistically, if we were to buy brand new equipment right now, we would be in no man's land type of thing, because we definitely wouldn't have money to buy any proper equipment as such. Okay, so I'm going to drive this guy over here. We're going to pick up the baler and see how we're going to be able to bale the straw. Now I completely forgot if, and oh, I'll go in the ditch there. Did I or did I not? Oh, come on. I'm trying to remember if I actually fertilized the field. Oh, it's got plenty of loam over there. Okay, so yes and no. No. Now I'm just going to set up the worker to do this. Should I or not? You know what? Let's not. Oh, what's going on? Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. I honestly did not expect it to be this wide. It's actually, yeah, it's doing something. Now I kind of made a bit of a, yeah, when it comes to actually planting, as you can see, there's crops all over the place type of thing. That's because of the way I, man, this is pretty hard to handle. The way I did the planting didn't really work out as good as I thought it would, to be honest. But that's fine. The point of it is that we're gonna get to see some. Okay, why aren't you putting any crops down? That's because no crops is being placed, because I don't think. Yeah, I think no crops is being laid because There is no, it did not go past the first stage. It kind of, yeah, kind of missing a bit over there, aren't I? Yeah, so the storyline is obviously where the point of this series is obviously to show off this beautiful equipment that is hand pushed. Okay, a bit unrealistic to a degree. Obviously, you can't do what I've done hand pushed in reality. There's no way that you'd be plowing by hand. It's just no human being alive could do that, especially on a 2-meter width. But the point of the matter is to show off this equipment that is a very, very nice equipment, and I'm going all over the place, missing everything. And now I'm fertilizing the ditch. So that's the point of the matter. The storyline obviously is that I got robbed of almost $3 million, and now we're trying to make it back and buy some equipment. And hopefully we're smart enough this time to go down and buy equipment from the dealership so we don't get tricked like we did last time. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so the point is not necessarily to end up buying the whole farm or anything like that. The point of the matter is to get to a point where we're doing okay financially and we can afford to buy some bigger equipment. I think Dago said 89 or 85 or somewhere 95 year. He's got a mod that shows him the year. I have no idea where that mod is. So obviously I don't have that. But we're just going to stick to the older equipment. Now, does that mean that we're not going to go down the path of actually buying some new equipment? No, that does not mean that. It just simply means that we're going to go in line, if that makes sense. So we're not just going to go from this type of equipment straight to the latest and greatest type of thing. We're going to try and stick to what I think, with my not minimal knowledge of farming, what I think would have been like an older, I think it's because it's gone so fast, it's so hard to control. Yeah. So that's the point. That's the purpose, is to get to a point where we've got ourselves to a successful place, but also pretending that we're getting older. Well, pretending we are getting older every day, or pretending that we're getting older in the game. So, if we're here right now with this equipment and say we would be in our, I don't know, 20s, 30s, thereabouts, then by the time we get to the U-Butte equipment, we want to get to a point where, we're in our 50s or 60s type of thing. Unless we're going to go down the path of what seems to be the norm these days, in America anyway, is where everybody kind of just gets massive loans and gets massive equipment that way. Now, do we want to go down that path? No. No, absolutely not. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I hear a lot of farmers in America struggling, saying they're not making money, but when you look at the equipment they have, they're clearly making money. So maybe I think they're making money, but they're not. Or maybe they just gone down the path where they're borrowing a lot of money. Now, either way, it's probably not the smartest thing in the world to do. Okay. Yeah, probably not the smartest way in the world to do is to be in debt millions and millions and millions of dollars. Was watching a video the other day on a farmer in America, and looks like his family did not want to go down the path of actually farming. So, okay, we need to turn off GPS. So it looks like his family did not want to go down the path of farming. So what he was doing, he was selling off all his equipment and, and everything type of thing. He was just selling everything off. I thought, wow, how sad is that? You dedicate your whole life, maybe many generations of your family dedicated their entire life to build up something that today the younger generation just don't seem to get it. They want all this, city life type of thing, but they don't seem to get what they're actually saying no to. And you can tell that by even what they're voting. The younger generation just hasn't got a clue. And sadly, some of the older generations don't get it either. Yeah, so it is sad to see, like even me, that I, not in America, so it really doesn't affect me from there anyway. It is so sad to see that, your life's work is just gone. And it's gone because your family decided that that's not what they want to do with their lives, because they want to have fun and go out and get drunk and all that sort of nonsense in the city, and they're not willing to do the hard work. So they're pretty much selling off the hard work of multiple generations. What they're not getting at, a lot of these people, what they don't get is that they're selling off their family's legacy, but more than that, they're selling off the land and ensuring that the next generations will be poorer, not richer for it. And that is so sad in my book anyway. 3-4 generations have worked hard to build something, and then one generation that's a bit selfish decides, well, I don't want this, so we're just going to get rid of it. And then the children's children, when they end up being, when that time comes, they would have had what, little block of land somewhere worth probably $2-3 million, instead of having a fortune in a farmland, maybe worth tens of millions of dollars. But that's the way it is, I suppose. That's the way it is. I find it sad, to be honest. Every time I watch a farmer, even in Australia, it's the same thing. Farmers, the generation that was born in the 60s, 70s, 80s, are willing to do the hard work. The generation that is born into the 2000s, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, they don't comprehend what hard work is. You just want everything right here, right now. Very, very, very disappointing. But anyway, it's a game. We're not supposed to be, crying a river type of thing. So we'll continue to do this. I need to pick a line so I can sort of stick to a line so I can, that's probably best. So I can makes it easier to pick, to collect. Now I'm not really going to bother with, we're going to miss a bit. Not even going to bother with that. We're going to get whatever we're going to get, and that's it. Anyway, I will continue to do this and reminiscent of the good old days. And we'll see you in the next episode. I don't think you want me to see me bail again, all of this. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. God bless you and your family. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.